Okay, sorry, disclaimer. We have to do this over FaceTime and do not have another device to record the audio. And we were having some audio technical difficulties, so we are using a phone to record this conversation, but hopefully this is acceptable. My name is Robbie. I'm Clayton's friend from Mount Hood. We've been skiing together for 3+ years, I want to say. And yeah, this is one of our stories of how we got stuck in a canyon and almost eaten by a cat, and then got complained at by our friends for it.
Okay. Robbie's giving a little too many spoilers for the story, but my name's Clayton. I'm the one doing this assignment. Robbie spoiled my story, but I guess we'll roll with it. This was a crazy trip, and it started out like most of them. So I woke up on Robbie's floor after spending the night, and as per usual, our buddies, the other two characters, Cade and Xander, started out the morning complaining about how early it was and it was not time to go skiing. But got them in the car, got them loaded up, got them some food. They were still pretty pissed. But yeah, did I miss anything about the morning?
Other than we probably got gas at Fred Meyer's that morning like we usually do. You know, everybody put in $10. We got $30 worth of gas, and then I don't think we had on the way up, actually, there was some, around just a random corner on Mount Hood, there was some ice, and there were quite a few cars that were sliding down, and at one point I thought to myself, maybe I should turn around, and then I turned to Clayton, and he says, no, I think you just put it
How do we keep it going? We're 2 hours into a trip. We're not turning our asses around to get back.
Yep, and then so I put it in for low. We crawled up at about 5 miles an hour around the corner, and then we were fine after that. And we pulled into the lodge. There was nobody there because nobody could get up that hill. And I was like, wow, I'm glad I did that. So, yeah. Basically, we just got ready. We got all of our gear on after that, and then Cade probably went to go take one of his 15-minute bathroom breaks along with Xander. He accompanied him. While me and Clayton probably took a couple warm-up runs, and then Clayton, do you want to explain the next run that we took?
Okay, so yeah, like he was saying, we start out with the warm-up runs. They were fine. Actually, it was a great day. It was a powder day. There was nobody there. The lines were empty. Dude, thank you for that ice. But dude, this is where it all goes wrong. So if you're familiar with Meadows, there is the Vista cat track, and trying to think where exactly this would be. So right before you cut back down towards the top of Easy Rider, it's that corner right there. When you cut back down, we saw some tracks going into the woods, and our brilliant brains thought it'd be a good idea to duck that rope and follow the tracks. We were like, yeah, somebody else went down here, they must know where they're going. So we ducked this rope to find the best run of our entire life. It was just powder on powder on powder. Robbie, do you got any comments for that one?
I was gonna say that is probably the best snow I've ever and will ever experience at Meadows. Other than I won't say the name, or Freight Trees is pretty good, but nobody knows where that is. But I'd say that's second, but that's probably the best powder I've ever had, and it was the best 5 minutes of my life at Meadows. And then after that, it was the worst 4 hours of my life.
Yeah, that about sums it up.
Yeah, that sums it up.
So we get to the bottom of this run. Not a run. We thought we were going back to Meadows, but there was a ridge here and a ridge here, and we were in the bottom of this like ravine, and we see these two skiers. We're so confused because we thought we were gonna go back up and over. But no, these cross-country skiers take this run down here, and for some awful reason, some people enjoy cross-country skiing and hiking through powder. Beats me. But we meet these people down here, and they just give us the worst look of all time. Like, what are you guys doing? And we were like, so when do we go back to Meadows? And they're like, you're not going back to Meadows down here. They were like, you guys got to go back up. So, I mean, I don't know. What else did they say? What else was on there?
I'm pretty sure basically our two options were ski to government camp or ski to potentially get cliffed down, or walk back up. And then they pointed to a trail that other people had been snowshoeing on and just said, follow that trail and you'll make it up there in about 3.5 hours. I was like, well, okay.
Yeah, so we turn around, and it was probably like maybe, I want to say about an hour and a half into this walk, we hear, hands down, the scariest noise anyone has ever heard on a mountain. It sounded like a mountain lion, and I'm still pretty sure that's what it was. But like being in the middle of nowhere off the resort, hearing a mountain lion is not a fun time. So we huddle up back to back, holding these ski poles, like ready to fight for our life, like 100% convinced we're gonna die. Dude, we sit there. Robbie, how long did we sit there?
I think we only sat there for about 15 seconds back to back, and then instantly, it was like we had a sixth sense where both of us, I think we might have felt each other's muscles, both moved to the left and just start sprinting uphill. And we sprinted uphill probably for as long as we could, 15 seconds.
Yeah.
We were already gassed, so we sprinted uphill for 15 seconds and then basically just contemplated our lives and didn't say anything for the next minute. And then we were like, oh my gosh, are we alive? And yeah, that was terrifying.
Yeah.
Definitely the most adrenaline. That was definitely the most like scary filled adrenaline that I've ever had. Where I thought I was like, okay, I'm gonna either get mauled and live, or I'm gonna get mauled and die. I was like, which one is it? And it was neither. We survived.
No, dude, that was probably my scariest skiing moment ever, or snowboarding, whatever.
Definitely.
But after that, the hike was still miserable, but yeah, it was actually, so that was right before we got out of the trees, and we get out of these trees, and I have a video of it, but I can't get it to load on anything, so I'll just edit it in. But right here, there'll be a video of the like most beautiful view you've ever seen from the top of this like massive slope. It was just an open slope with powder, like the best powder you've ever seen. That's where we rode down, but like the view from there was insane. So yeah, we get like out of the trees and up that. It was probably like 300 yards of just like an open slope of powder uphill. It was like, if I didn't have to walk up it, it would have been awesome. And then I think it was right after that, I don't know if there's anything else memorable to like comment on, but right after that, I think it was about when we came over that ridge and saw the rope, and that was like the best feeling of relief I've ever seen.
Yep, definitely. And then after that, I think we we skied back to the lodge and sat there for like 45 minutes just drinking water, trying to recuperate ourselves from that 4-hour cardio session.
Yeah.
And then after that, I think they opened up the top lift, which is Cascade, and they usually don't do that unless it's clear. And on that day, I guess they were feeling a little ballsy and opened it. And so we went up there and we're all riding, whatever, and then all of a sudden we get down to the low point and it's just straight fog. You can't see 5 feet in front of you. You throw your hand down in front of you, you can't see it. And so I don't know, I started to slow down because I was waiting for Cade, of course, and then Xander's over there, can't get up, he's sitting down, can't see, complaining, typical. And then I see Clayton, and he comes in, 0.5, or I see him for a half second, and then I see him leave for a half second, and he blasts past us, and then I hear another 5-minute duration of Xander's complaining, and I follow Clayton. And yeah, that was just another part to that day. And then I think we also got a picture that day of all of us in our Konski robes.
Okay, if you can find me that picture, I need that in like the video. Yeah, but send me that.
To you. Yep. Be right
oh.
now.
I almost forgot like part of the point of the assignment. So for a deeper meaning for this, I'd probably say like some of the most enjoyable situations are when you get yourself in a situation where you're completely screwed, and just like there's only, I don't know, my mindset with it, with work, with like school, with pretty much anything can be applied to. No matter how much work you put into something, like it's gonna get done eventually. And walking up that hill was a lot of work, and it didn't seem possible at the bottom, but there's only so many steps you can take before you won't get to the top. Like, I don't know what else to say.
Every step you take forward is a step of progress, and every time we took a step forward, it was like -1 of whatever. Let's say we started with 15,000 steps. We kept taking steps no matter what, and we finally reached our 15,000 mark.
No, but really, I think that's applicable to like almost anything in life. And well, this video is about 10 minutes now, so I hope you guys have a good day. See you later.